I actually applied multiple times, but what happened through that process was it was all about me. I wanted to get on that stage and tell my story and have the spotlight focused on me. But really, their whole mantra is ideas worth spreading. And an idea worth spreading is something that is not focused on you, it's focused off of you. And so my wife and I had an opportunity to travel to Rwanda. We were sponsoring a child and we got to meet that child. And through the course of meeting that child, and I won't give it away, maybe folks will watch the TEDx and we can provide a link somewhere in the notes. But I had in my head what I wanted that trip to be about. And we got home and it wasn't about me being this famous magician who went to a foreign country and did some magic tricks and impressed everybody. But it was actually something that happened from a medical perspective with this young man. And then the fact that I was actively performing magic shows. And what happened was the dots got connected outside of my control, and I was just a player in the process. And I think when we try to force something to happen and when we try to not be aware of what's going on around us and that it's a bigger world out there, we lose sight of these connection points. And so there's a term that I used in the TEDx talk called your personal abracadabra. And when you look at a brand, and Dan just mentioned, and I did listen to the episode with Katrina and the witch, and when you step out and you talk about something that you're passionate about, you have to own it, and you have to, like Dan said, you have to deliver. And so I used to feel bad about mentioning the fact that I was a magician, but it actually is a great icebreaker, and then it brings up a lot of conversations. And so when I had the opportunity to submit the application again, and it wasn't about me, then it was natural. It felt smooth. It felt like, oh, okay, this is actually a message that would mean something to somebody else. And I think that's the biggest thing that came out of it is once I let it go and once I stopped trying to force the issue and have it be all about me, then this thing happened and it connected with the audience. And yeah, I put it on my resume. I put it on my LinkedIn profile. It does open doors. It does have people ask questions like you just asked. And I'm just, I guess, humbled by the fact that it all worked out.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. And it brings me into that authority bias. I love psychology and stats. And it's like, people are more likely to trust visible, confident experts. And I think that TEDx, and that Forbes article you got is fantastic. So for any coaches that are watching this and they're looking at how to get up the ladder or to, gain more influence on LinkedIn, that's two fantastic avenues there. Dan, do you have anything else you want to add to that? Any questions?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people on LinkedIn, on the feed, on X as well, that you've got to really have your message really clear to yourself, especially. Because if even you don't know what your message is, then no one's going to know what your message is. And it's not going to really land you any results that you want.